Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be doing a video showing all my recent Beatles finds, a lot of which I got while I was in Liverpool. I was there for a couple of days last week and got some quite good stuff. So I'll get started. I'm going to start by showing a few McCartney singles that I managed to get. Paul McCartney Put It There 7-inch. Figure of 8 7-inch. Great song. Those two singles were both from Flowers in the Dirt, one of my favourite McCartney 80s albums. Hope of Deliverance, this is an early 90s song I believe. Still on Parlophone. And this is a picture disc. The song's called Young Boy. And I believe this is from the same series of picture discs that I got The World Tonight from. That's the blue one, and I think there's one or two more as well. I also got this Ruttles EP or single. It's got 3 songs on, so I guess it's like a maxi single. But it's made looking the old style of an EP. I Must Be in Love, Backed with Cheese and Onions, and With a Girl Like You. Now this is quite a rare single. It's a George Martin and his orchestra single. It's Ringo's theme, or This Boy, and it says from the film A Hard Day's Night. And besides an orchestral version of And I Love Her. So I suppose this could have been taken from the American version of A Hard Day's Night, or just a separate composition by George Martin. I'm pretty sure it could be from the American Hard Day's Night though, because I know that has some instrumental tracks on. And this here is a original Beatles for Sale number 2 EP. As you can see, it's got the Soul UK text. I also got this later version of the EP for a much cheaper price. As you can see, it's in lovely condition. It has no flipbacks on this copy, or at least not like no proper 60s flipbacks, just these little flat things here. And as you can see, the label isn't a push-out centre; it's just a solid centre. So I'm guessing this will be the 70s reissue. Probably late 70s, I would imagine, because I've seen earlier issues than that. Now onto the albums. This is a Please Please Me stereo 12th pressing version 2. The only difference with that and the regular 12th pressing is that this one has the wide text. Now onto A Hard Day's Night, 8th pressing. An early 80s 2-box copy. The stereo 9th pressing, in a lovely blue cover. This came out around the time of the direct Metal Masters, although you can only get the Metal Master in mono, but this is the stereo equivalent of the time, if you like. And this is a wide text, unlike the 8th pressing. Rubber Soul, this is just a crossover pressing. It's in mono. I've seen loads of different crossover pressings with this album, so I'm not saying there's anything rare, but I'll show you anyway. Side 1, it's got the Times New Roman font, and as you can see, the P1965 is positioned just down from the XEX. And on side 2, it's got the sans serif font, and it's got a different label position on the left. Now, this is a first pressing revolver with Remix 11 of Tomorrow Never Knows, except it's not a 1/1 matrix, it's actually a 2-1. Although I've tested it out, and this does have Remix 11 because it is significantly different. Although only side 2 has to have the -1 matrix number. Side 1 can have 2 or 1, but as long as side 2 has -1, then it is a first pressing. There we go. Mono second pressing variation A. This is a fairly box standard copy, if I'm honest. The difference on the label between this and the first pressing is that the side 2 Dr. Robert credit is being altered to the correct spelling. Stereo 6 pressing of Revolver. This is just another box standard 2-box copy. No flip backs on the sleeves. The Stereo 8 pressing is the Direct Metal Master with the Apple logo on the back, and it advertises it for vinyl, cassette and CD. This is a collection of Beatles oldies, first press stereo variation A. Now this is an interesting copy because this is actually made by Ernest J. Day & Co. rather than Gavin Lofthouse. And the difference with that is, on the Ernest J. Day ones, the stereo is always within the picture, whereas Gavin Lofthouse is usually somewhere in the right up here. And it is a lovely copy. And it's got the big stereo at the top. Sgt. Pepper 4th pressing, which is the 1-box EMI copy. One box. The Mono 5th pressing. This was a good one to get. This is the 1981 to 1982 Mono series. As you can see, there's no sold in UK under the parlophone. Unfortunately, on side 1, the label damage is right above where it's got Mono, although you can see it better on side 2. It's got Mono written above the parlophone logo and no sold in UK text. And the Beatles Yellow Submarine soundtrack on yellow vinyl. I think that looks great. I've been looking for a copy of this on yellow vinyl for a while actually, so I was pleased to be able to get one at quite a low price actually. And now we have the early years, the Beatles featuring Tony Sheridan. However, this is the first pressing. The other copy I found out was a second pressing, and the difference between the labels is, on the first pressings, the outer text is like a reddy pinky colour, whereas on the second pressing, which is the more common one, the outer text is blue. That's how you tell the difference between those two. And this is a stereo first pressing of Beatles featuring Tony Sheridan. Now I've already shown this, but I'm going to keep that next to here for now, because here we have the stereo third pressing of Tony Sheridan, which looks very, very similar to the first pressing. However, the way you can tell is by looking at the black part at the top. I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but on the third pressing the black's really dark, and on the first pressing it's a lighter black colour. Again, I don't know if you'll be able to see that too well. And obviously on the second pressing, it's got the blue and white label, so that's totally different. Here we have an export pressing. Now this should have a different cover with a Union Jack there, but this doesn't have that. And this is on Pickwick Records rather than Contour. Now we have some Japanese presses. This is a collection of Beatles oldies. I believe this is the original 60s copy, however it doesn't have the Obi or anything. And it's on really nice dark red vinyl, and it's on the Odeon label. This is Meet the Beatles Japanese copy. I believe this is a 70s reissue. This one does have the Obi on Apple Records, and it has the lyric insert on the inside, and the back's mostly in Japanese, obviously. Yeah, and the label for this one is on Apple Records. It's pretty much the same thing for this Japanese copy of Yellow Submarine. Oh, it's also a later reissue, I believe, but it's got a nice Apple Obi. Here's the back. I like how, unlike the British version, it shows you all the characters from the film. I think that's really good. And that also has the lyric insert in. All these Japanese presses sound great, by the way. Well, thanks very much for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you all next time.